But we have patch 27.2. I'm gonna go over it right now. I'm just gonna go over all of the anomalies because there's actually so many ones and they're really interesting and really sick. And we're gonna take a look at some hero changes as well and some other stuff. In case you missed what anomalies are and all the new stuff, it's in my last video, but you know, it's just a new system like quests and buddies in every single lobby. Here are the ones at launch, and they will be adding anomalies to the pool every week. So every week we will be getting more content, which is really cool. It will keep the game fresh. We are starting with Prudence of Amethus. Unspent gold carries over to your next turn. You saved at least 5, gain 1 extra. So that is super sick. Again, leveling curves are going to be so different. I think next season will be super flexible and will require a lot of thinking. Well, previously you have like this curve, you can play this. Every lobby plays so different, and I think there will be so much more knowledge that you will have to acquire to play the game optimally. Like, do you do certain power levels with this and float the gold? I think floating 5 is a bit much. I think most of the time you're not going to just float 5 to gain 1 extra. That does not seem worth the trade-off. Maybe I'm wrong, that seems really slow. Maybe on certain heroes, I don't know. But I think generally speaking, like maybe if you level to tier 2 and then tier 2 you have 5 gold instead of just double rolling and buying or selling and double buying, float all your gold and gain 1 extra, you'll be at 7. I still don't think it's great. So I would just think of situations where you like level and you save a gold instead of just rolling your final gold away. You can always save it, or instead of rolling your 2 final gold away, you can just save that into the next turn. Pretty cool. I'm gonna go a bit quicker because it's actually a lot. Wow. We have Anti-Gravity Stadium. What a name. Minions in the tavern have their attack and health swapped. Holy shit. This, I don't know what to think about this. This is probably gonna have some implications like blasters suddenly being able to kill certain minions and being a good counter. Making some cards better or worse. I mean, I think it's gonna have a decent impact, but nothing insane game bending. Might of Khazgorov. At the end of your turn, set your left and rightmost minions attack to the higher of the 2. Oh, so you just have 1 minion that gains attack equal to the other guy. This is kind of boring, I guess. You just have an attack buff every round, a little bit on 1 unit. Okay. Then Fortitude of Khazgorov. Why are these all so hard to pronounce? Anyway, at the end of your turn, set your left and rightmost minions health to the higher of the 2. Kind of the same thing. Money match, start at 10 gold. This one is super exciting. I have no clue how this is going to play out, but it should be insane. The Nefrius, Anima Reserves. All heroes outside the Nefrius. Kinda meh. Uncompensated upset. Start at 1 gold. Minions cost 1 but sell for 0. Upgrading the tavern costs 2 less. Holy shit. Okay, that is... Compared to all of these others where it's just like an attack buff or a health buff or whatever, this completely bends the game. It completely changes how to play. It's crazy the difference between these anomalies. But yeah, so you're kind of like a millhouse. But the difference is that minions, instead of costing 2, cost 1, which is insane. Upgrading the tavern costs less instead of more, which is the case with Millhouse. You don't get gold for selling anything, so you can't do certain plays. APM is going to be really difficult, actually. You will not really be able to just cycle a lot of cards in a single turn because you get no gold back for them. Sure, minions cost 1, but that's about it. And then starting at 1 gold... Man, this is it's really hard to predict this, and again I have a lot to go through, so I'm not gonna linger too much, but my brain is already breaking trying to wrap my head around this, so I think you guys will have fun with this as well. Secrets of Norganon. Tavern tier 7 exists. Start with 10 extra armor. Goddamn. This is the one that is 5 times more likely to be offered, so you'll see this one a whole lot. And it just makes lobbies longer, so games will probably be a little longer because of the extra armor. But Tavern tier 7, you know, highest star units will be in the game, and that is something I think everyone is looking forward to. Transient Treasures. At the start of your turn, choose from 2 new quest rewards. I think just at the start of every turn you get to choose a quest. Or quest reward, and you don't have to complete the quest, you just get a reward. That is insane. Every turn you get something crazy happening. This could be insane. One's shifting discs. All heroes are Master Wen. Kinda like the Sire Nefrius, but I think Master Wen is a bit more interesting than Sire Nefrius, so sure. Bring in the buddies. Buddies are in the tavern. What? In the tavern? Like you can buy them? Or do you mean in the tavern as like every hero just has their buddy? I don't know which one of the 2 it is, but either one, this is insane. They bring buddies back as well with this. If they're in the tavern itself that you can buy them, that would be even more ridiculous. Then you could do some broken shit because how buddies interact with each other is sometimes insane. But yeah, if it's just the heroes getting the buddies, Okay. Oops, all blank. This anomaly has a version for beast pirates, so for every single tribe. What it means is that only that minion type and neutrals are in the tavern for the game. When this anomaly is active, the number of each minion in the pool is increased to fill out the tavern, 5 times the number of each minion of the selected type, and 2 times the number of each neutral minion. Oops, all pirates also has an extra adjustment. Captain Hogger is added to the minion pool. So Hogger is back if you get this and you roll pirates. That's insane. So the entire lobby is playing the same tribe or neutrals, but most of the time you're gonna play the tribe because tribe is stronger than neutral. That is absolutely absurd. But then it's gonna kind of become a high roll fest of like when it's all dragons, let's say, who finds the Caligos first and who doesn't. And then the people who high roll the better cards. I think it's going to be very toxic, actually. I think it's just about who finds the right cards first, right? Because if everyone is playing the same tribe, you don't really have counterplay. You can't really lean into anything else. You can't really be flexible. You kind of just need to hit the cards for that tribe that you need to win. Still a really exciting and interesting quest, anomaly, though. I'm looking forward to seeing what this will play out as. A fair reward. Instead of a minion, triple rewards discover a tier 1 Darkmoon prize. So your triples don't discover from higher tiers anymore, so you can't really do something like the warrior curve where you specifically try and get triples by staying on lower tiers. That is not as useful unless you want tier 1 Darkmoon prizes. And they upgrade in 3 turns, so okay, the longer the game goes on, the higher the tier prizes. Prizes are pretty good. I think triples will still be useful. You can get like ice block and stuff, but yeah, the game is again just gonna play completely different, which is the point of all of this. Finicky Hourglass. Start at Tavern 2. Okay, so you just skip Tavern 1. So yeah, these are all interesting. They will change up the game. Some of them again are completely game bending. But dude, I'm excited. Fact stand. The tavern always has 7 minions. Okay, so everyone becomes Arana. Wait, Arana was changed, I think, right? But basically, the entire lobby will just have a full tavern, which I think is interesting. It's gonna be cool. It's not gonna change the game too much, though. Double header. The first time you buy a minion each turn, get an extra copy of it. What? That's insane, bro. Dude, you're gonna triple everything all of the time. This is actually ridiculous. Oh, here's a mama bear in the shop. Nice. Now you have 2 mama bears. Oh, here is a deflector, a double deflector right off the bat. This is gonna be actually ridiculous. Wait, if you buy something like a Salamental, you just get free money as well. Like any token, you get free money. This is again just gonna turn the lobby into an insane high roll where power leveling probably gets rewarded. This is nuts. Echoes of Argus. Your battle cries and death rattles trigger an extra time. So everyone has Baron and Bran on the board basically indefinitely without taking up the board space. That's sick. I don't think it's gonna stack if you have a Bran or with Baron it probably, or TDs I should say, it probably does because it has triggered an additional time, but I think with Bran it doesn't. False idols, you only need 2 copies of a minion to make it golden. Instead of a triple reward, you get a gold coin. I assume a gold coin is just a regular normal coin. I don't think it's going to be any different. So you just get 1 gold for tripling something, but tripling only takes 2. Kind of like the quest reward, I forgot the name, Pilfered Lambs. Pilfered Lambs, you also get triples for 2 copies. Again, super high rolly. Everyone is going to triple everything in the lobby. It's going to be insane, but you don't just discover shit on higher tiers, which was the broken thing with Pilfered Lambs. You get a bunch of random triples, find higher tier cards, and you're golden. So it's bad that it gives a coin. I kind of like this, yeah. Grapnel of the Titans. The first minion you buy each turn is free. Holy shit. Yeah, so I said lobbies are going to be longer only if you roll the one with 10 extra armor and tier 7 minions. All of these others seems like they will make the lobbies a lot shorter because the speed at which people are going to high roll, find shit and triple is going to be absurd. Like here as well, you get an extra minion every single turn, meaning people have more money, will have boards a lot quicker. Things are just going to snowball like crazy. Yeah, this is insane. And then the last one, the Golden Arena. All minions are golden, but you don't get triple awards. What? This includes cards that are discovered or generated by other cards. Wait, everything is golden. So everything in the shop is golden. You don't get rewards. But what? Yeah, I'm super excited to play right now. These, like, I thought that after seeing the first Anomalies, they're all going to be kind of like the nerfiest one. They're all going to be so something small. And there's some small ones here at the start that also caught me off guard with the attack and the health. But the others are absurd, man. I couldn't even come up with them. They're insane, and I think they will be super fun to play. There's so many of them, and they're adding more every single week. So I think even if I play for a couple hours every single day, I might not even get to play all of them. I hope that they tune down like the frequency at which you get the Tavern Tier 7 one with the 10 extra armor, because you get this one 5 times as often than the others. But I think the others are super interesting as well, so I'm hoping they tune this down to like 3 times or twice as likely. You get to play the others, or all of the others, at least once, and try and figure them out, because all of these will have their own different little meta. Oh, they're already showing the anomalies for the next upcoming patch. Okay, I did not see this, so I guess there's more. Big League, only Tavern Tier 3, 4, 5, and 6 exist. So Tavern Tier 1 and 2 get skipped, I guess. So I assume you start on Tavern Tier 3. That is pretty cool, I guess. You're just gonna spawn on a higher tier. The game is probably gonna go quicker again because everyone will have higher tier cards. Yeah, it's gonna be, I think, not too different, because in the end game, not a lot of 1 and 2 drops stick around anyway. But at least the early game is gonna play a lot different. And Little League, I think, might be more exciting. It's only Tavern Tier 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you have to try and win a game with a composition where your highest tier cards are tier 4 cards. There's no tier 5 and 6 explosive scaling. There's no this and that. This might just be full tempo every game and trying to figure out, okay, how do I do something with these 3 drops and these 4 drops? Like, how do you scale this? This is super sick. I think this is a game you often play already. Sometimes if you low roll, like I remember when everyone is high rolling on higher tiers, you're kind of low health. You have to stay on tier 4 anyway and try and make something work, and try and win with that, or try and get a top 3. Now everyone has to do that. You know, everyone has to play where you were at. Anyway, everything is on fire. At the start of the game, take 30 damage. What? Whenever another hero dies, regain 5 health. Dev comment, this is fine. Okay, so all of these, yes, make the lobbies go a lot faster. What the fuck? Yeah, everyone is gonna start you. Wait, how much health do you have? 40, right? Wasn't it recently changed to 30? And then you have your armor. So do you just have like your armor left basically in health? That's crazy. You can die in 2 turns or something, right? You can, if you pick AFK, you can't pick AFK. If you pick AFK, you're dead. Holy shit, you could be dead in 2 or 3 turns. And then people in the lobby are just gonna gain 5 health, which is nothing. You lose that in a single round as well. Yeah, I don't know what this means. It means people are not gonna power level. It means people are gonna stay on tier 1 and tier 2 and buy every strong card kit they can find, because you cannot afford to lose a single round. If you lose a single round, you are dead. And hero power is also gonna be really important. Like, some heroes are gonna have a big edge here. Holy shit. Wisdom of Ulduar, at the end of every 3 turns, set your rightmost minion stats to 15-15. 3 turns, so every 3 turns, pretty slow effects. It's only 1 minion goes to 15-15, which kind of whatever. Okay, this one seems like one of the boring filler ones, to be honest. Overseer's Orb, after you upgrade the tavern, refresh it with minions of your most common type. I think there was a minion that did this, or like a buddy, or I don't know. Something vaguely reminds me of this. It's kind of whatever as well. Like, if you level, you just get one shop with minions that might be useful to you, might also be really trash from lower tiers. So it's kind of whatever. Perfected Alchemy. Start with a Goldenizer that makes a friendly minion golden. So everyone has a Reno hero power, basically. Which is interesting, you know, having the ability to golden whatever you want. So like a Reno. Lobby isn't gonna play super different, but it's gonna be about who triples into the best card, I guess. Blood of Sargeras, at the start of your turn, set your hero's health to 12. So this reminds me of the take 30 damage, but the difference is that you always heal back up. So early game, you can take all the damage you want as long as it's not over 12. So you can just power level to tier 3. Because no one is really going to deal over 12 in the first 1 or 2, maybe even 3 turns. So you have to take over 12 damage to die. So this is really interesting. This means that the game could go on forever. If you have like 2 compositions in the end game where people just have like 1 drops and 2 drops and they can't kill each other because they don't have high tier cards. They're going to keep exchanging damage back and forth, but just healing back up. This is actually sick. I think this lobby might just go on really long. Or be done really quickly if one guy just has a super strong board and just kills people one by one. It's really hard to judge. 12 is such a specific number as well. It's a little lower than damage cap. I think, again, super interesting how the playstyle is going to evolve around this. Mirmir's Clockwork Stadium, you cannot upgrade the tavern with gold. It upgrades itself every 2 turns. Well, that's cool. Like a little bit of a plug on like Hyrule heroes, so they can't just level straight to tier 5 or 6 with their economy, like Gallywix, for example, or Maiev or whatever, and just get triples or just do whatever they want. Everyone is leveling at the same pace. Then it just becomes about the early shops, I guess, in the early game, like heroes that are better with that. And yeah, I think the really cool thing as well is that every little anomaly it has like their own set good hero pool. Like every little thing that changes might make certain heroes better or worse. So if you have a favorite hero that doesn't see a lot of play because they're not good, suddenly they might become really good in a lobby like this. Which again, super exciting. Last one, Path of the Treasure Seeker. After this, I'm also gonna go over the new heroes or new hero. I don't know how many there are. After you refresh 5 times, find the golden monkey. So everyone has basically at least on the board, which was the 4-drop that you roll 5 times, you get golden monkey, and then you triple stuff. But now everyone has it. You can hold the monkeys in hand, then power level. There's probably some leveling curve or some strategy that you can do with this. I feel like all of these have some strategy that you can do with it, depending on the tribes, the hero, your money, your leveling curve. But I'm not gonna take the time out of my day, which is gonna be way too much time, to try and figure out all of it for every lobby. Instead, we're just gonna play it. We're gonna figure it out together. I think it's gonna be sick. I'm so hyped for these. And I know I'm glazing a lot. I know I feel like I'm overpraising a lot of this, but honestly, I think this is the most exciting thing I've seen them do with Battlegrounds. And I'm not over exaggerating. I've been playing since Battlegrounds was released, and here we are. New hero, Torm Stormlord. Choose your champion. Passive, at the start of the game, discover a tier 7 minion you get after you spend 65 gold. We saw this one yesterday. 65 gold. People in the comments told me it's around like turn 9. Maybe turn 8 if you can spend a lot of extra gold. But turn 9, sometimes turn 10. It's pretty late. But it depends on how impactful tier 7 minions are, which we're gonna see in the next video. We're also getting hero updates. I'll go over these quickly as well. I don't want to make this video too long. It's already pretty long. Instead of giving 3 friendly minions +1/+1, it only gives 2. It just got a nerf. Nurture's Ash Fallen. The old one was a passive. Once per turn, after you buy 4 minions, discover a playing copy of one of them. So you could get some pairs going. Then it is now changed to once per turn after you buy 3 minions, get a playing copy of them. So it got a buff. Those are the new hero changes. There's also updated armor levels, which I'm not going to go over. We have way too many heroes in the game, and I think people can't even remember these numbers anyway. I know that I can't. And that's it. I'm now going to go over all of the minions and try and give them a rating, see how good they are, see what the new ones are, and which the returning ones are in the next video. So make sure you stick around, subscribe if you're new, like all that cool shit, and see you in a bit.